Friday night over at Anderson Fair. They still serving a mean plate of spaghetti over there? Long gone. Those days are long gone.
Spaghetti. I think it's too complex for the kitchen.
Now it's nachos and
baked potatoes and popcorn. I was covered with sweat after crawling under houses all day. And the traffic report says I'm headed for a long delay. So I turned on a shady street where all the lawns were perfectly neat, and every home was a mansion or a castle or a Swiss chalet. On the big time boulevard, you surely don't mow your own yard. You never spend your valuable time standing in the grocery line. It's all taken care of on the big time boulevard. I pulled over to the curb and I sat there sipping a beer and soaking up some of that elite atmosphere. Here comes a guy in uniform, says, can I help you find someone? If not, you better move that ugly old truck out of here. On the big time boulevard, they got great big security guards, butlers, secretaries, and maids, and they all got it made in the shade. It's all taken care of on the big time boulevard. I was talking to myself as I was driving away, repeating all the things that my dear old mama might say. Like, be glad for what you got, be glad for what you're not. You do better with honey than with vinegar any old day. Or it looks real nice, but I couldn't live that away. On the big time boulevard, you surely don't mow your own yard. You never spend your valuable time standing in a post office line. Hey, it's all taken care of on the big time boulevard. Yeah, it's all taken care of on the big time boulevard.
Beautiful.
That's my 99%
song.
Yeah.
Hey, tell folks what you said. You're recently getting your toes wet with the adult audience, I guess you could say. So tell folks a little bit about what you've been doing. Has it been 15, 20 years that you've been doing the other stuff?
Oh yeah. About 20 years. Yeah, okay. That I did mostly school performances and some festivals, some folk festivals and storytelling festivals. I have half a dozen shows that combine traditional music with storytelling, dramatic storytelling, and some of the shows are based on oral history of the cowboys, some oral history of the petroleum industry at its very beginning, or its commercial beginnings at the beginning of the 20th century, and then I have folkloric shows that are based on Latin American folklore, Tall Tale show, North American folklore, and then an early childhood show that's all music, and sometimes I tell one story, but music and rhymes that demand some kind of response, oral or mild physical response from the children. For early childhood,
claps
meaning
and
like
shouts and stuff. Yeah,
age 4 to 7.
And if people want to book you for a show like that,
call me or look me up on the internet. You bet. Yeah, that's. I love doing that.
And your website is
DonSanders.net.
Okay.
And
now, yes, go ahead.
I also posted it on our Wide Open Spaces Facebook page.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you,
nice.
Melissa.
And you can check out the video later on this afternoon.
Yeah.
Don, you didn't record any albums in the 70s. There was a bunch of EPs and some stuff that you had laying around, kinda?
Well, there was an LP. There was an LP that had 5 songs on one side and that long story on the other side. And then I did...
Now, you don't have any of that LP you don't have laying around the house?
Oh, I still, yeah.
You do? So you could, the story's out. You have it somewhere.
Yeah, I have.
Long story song.
I have it, but
you couldn't find the original tapes.
Right, couldn't find the original tapes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, all these things that you did back in the 70s, you put them together with the help of Rock Romano, and you put it out as Heavy Word User.
Right.
And that came out about a year and a half ago.
About a year ago, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's stuff that you did in the 70s. Now, are you currently working on a new project? Project?
What we're doing is we're recovering the stuff from the 80s.
Okay.
The Tourist LP. And I'll add 2 or 3 bonus tracks to that written during that period that were not recorded, and then we'll do a new project next. Yeah.
And are you doing this with Rock again?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Very nice. At Red Shack.
At Red Shack. But currently the Tourist LP was recorded on a recorder that's no longer in use, and we're having trouble finding one. It was a Otari half-track or a half-inch 8-track machine, and they still exist, but they're a little bit hard to find, and so I think we found one in Austin to use.
Okay, so you have to take the tape up there and get it
transfer it into digital format. Yeah,
very nice. Well, I can't wait to hear some of that stuff.
Well, thanks. Yeah, it's good stuff. I grew increasingly serious. You'll see a smile on my face. I guess I still have a sense of humor, but I became more and more serious in my thinking and probably in my emotional life as time went on.
No, you're talking about today, or you're talking about in the 80s?
In the 80s.
Okay. And what happened to that seriousness?
Well, it's still there. It's still there.
You use it when you go to schools and stuff.
Yeah.
I see. Yes. Don Sanders live in the KPFT studio, getting ready for his big show Friday night over at Anderson Fair. Can we talk you out of one other song?
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of what to do. I was going to do this one. This one's a little bit difficult. Is there something else that would be easier? I don't know.